Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Now, I thought this story was over between the First Lady of Nigeria and what she did or did not say about Meghan Markle, but it still seems to have legs. And somebody came into my comment section and told me that I needed to update the story because something else had happened since my last video. So I went looking for the information, and this is what I found. This comes from Great Britain News, and it says, First Lady of Nigeria issues urgent clarification following Meghan Markle nakedness swipe. Now right away I have to give this the side eye because the British are very involved in keeping any kind of strife or discord going towards Meghan Markle. So they would love to keep up a mess between Meghan Markle and anybody. And the fact that the Nigerians invited her there, the Nigerian military invited her and Harry to their country, not the British country, their country. They invited them to their country and made her a princess. That just drives the UK press crazy. They don't want anybody to accept Meghan. They want everybody to see Meghan the way they see her, which is distorted and evil as far as I'm concerned. So they're trying to keep up a mess about Meghan, coming into my comment section trying to talk trash about Meghan to me and telling me that I shouldn't be defending her as if she has committed some horrendous crime and I'm defending her. I don't need to defend her. And the next thing they say is, she's not black. Whenever a black American says anything positive about Meghan, the first thing they want to say is, but she's not black. She's not black. I don't care if she's not black. She's a human being. And another thing about it, Meghan Markle is only one white parent away from being black. From her mother's line, all the people back, all the way back to the slave ship, were black. So she's only one parent away from being a black person. So they can miss me with the BS. Meghan Markle lived in the United States for 30-something years, went to school here, and worked in this country. And people did not have a problem with her. It was only after she went over there and got tied up with those pompous and outdated people did she suddenly become this person that was so awful that she shouldn't be able to live in the world with everybody else. And for that reason alone, I applaud the Nigerian military because they are a country and they gave her a place in their country. And I think it's great. Now back to the First Lady of Nigeria. As we know, Harry and Meghan spent 3 festive days in Nigeria that were successful on the international level. But the First Lady of Nigeria was not a part of the festivities. So after they left, she had some things to say. And apparently the Nigerian people checked her on it because the British people are saying Meghan made her go back and say something. I beg to differ. I believe it was the Nigerian people because it's the Nigerian people that have been coming into my comment section saying she doesn't speak for all of us. So they put her in her place. But anyway, the article says the First Lady of Nigeria has issued an urgent clarification following what was perceived to be a nakedness swipe towards Meghan Markle. Last month, it was reported that First Lady Oloremi Tinubu criticized the Duchess of Sussex's fashion during her tour of Nigeria. However, Tinubu's office has issued a statement clarifying these reports. They said she meant Meghan appreciates the people we are and hence her coming here. Well, really? At no point did she say anything about Meghan's dressing. The First Lady clarified her remarks after a recent speech was misinterpreted as criticism of Meghan's attire during her visit to the country. Tinubu made headlines after a video surfaced of her discussing the challenges faced by Nigeria's youth. She said, "We are not having the Met Gala. We don't accept nakedness in our culture." Well, we don't either. And I'm trying to figure out what the Met Gala has to do with their culture. Nigeria is about 6,000 miles away from New York. Why would that even be a reference point? Nigeria is exactly 5,376 miles away from New York, an ocean away. There are people right here in the United States that are much closer to New York who don't even think about the Met Gala. It is not beautiful at all, the First Lady continues. They are mimicking and trying to emulate film stars from America. They don't know where they come from. So we've already talked about that. She's talking about black Americans. But let's be real, First Lady. Those Nigerians are coming over here and they are a part of American culture after so many years. Some of them jump in right away. It's called acculturation, and it happens when two or more cultures come into contact with each other. So it's going to happen. It has always happened. Why did Meghan come here looking for Africa? That is something we have to take home with. According to the First Lady's office, Tinubu's reference to the Duchess of Sussex was about her journey to understand her identity and where she came from after Meghan learned she is of Nigerian heritage. Well, the First Lady, they're just trying to dress up what she said. She said what she said, and the Nigerian people came for her for saying it because, again, it seemed to be a very successful trip. She enjoyed the Nigerian people. Meghan seemed overwhelmed by the reception that she received in Nigeria. And the Nigerian people seemed genuinely happy that she had come for a visit. That's all needed to be said. The First Lady wasn't in on it. So all she's doing is tagging on at the end, looking like somebody trying to throw shade at Meghan for whatever reason she wanted to do it. That's what it looks like, and that's what it looks like. So they can try to dress it up all they want to, but what she said is what she said. And in the scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Nigeria won its independence probably in the 1960s. How many First Ladies have they had? Several. How many of them have gotten up and said anything about any black Americans? None. So this one is just, an anomaly. That's what I'm going to call her. She's an anomaly, and she has a right to her opinion, but it's probably not going to change anything. Well, it can't change anything because the visit has already been, and it was a success. Meghan and Prince Harry visited Nigeria at the invitation of the Chief of Defense Staff, the country's ranking military official, from May 10th to May 12th. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex did not publicly meet with the President of Nigeria or his wife during their trip. Okay, so there you have it. The couple traveled abroad to champion their Archwell Foundation's mental health initiatives for young people and to promote Harry's Invictus Games, which Nigeria joined for the first time in 2023. So see, they went for a purpose and they achieved that purpose and more. And so Meghan Markle is very grateful for the invitation. I just read this article and I'll read part of it. Meghan Markle is deeply humbled after being given a Nigerian name during her tour of the country with Prince Harry. The couple traveled to Nigeria last month for a 3-day tour, largely to continue their work around the Duke's Invictus Games. During the visit, the Duchess of Sussex was given the traditional Yoruba name, and I won't attempt it, a blessing that left her deeply humbled. In 2022, the former actress discovered through a DNA test that she is 43% Nigerian, calling the nation my country during her trip. In a letter obtained by the Western Post, Meghan wrote to the Imperial Majesty to thank him. I am deeply humbled by your blessing of the traditional Yoruba name, and I won't attempt it. I treasure the name and appreciate your trust in me to carry it with grace and dignity, and that I believe she will do. And she ended by saying, our visit to Nigeria was important for many reasons, but not least because it gave us an opportunity to explore and understand my heritage, which extends to our children. We look forward to coming back home one day. That is very kind and gracious, and so that's the end. All is well that ends well. Let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.